Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining us today. March 1st is the beginning of a new month, and so we thought we'd take special tribute to, um, of course, Lightworkers Secret Success. We have our little mastermind here, but Adam is also the president of Global Strong, and we wanted to talk to him a little bit today because, as a group, Adam and I and Pamela and Rebecca, we get together every week, several times a week, and um, we have little powwows, and we talk about our goals and how we're going to obtain those and how we're going to get to those. We're each other's little cheerleaders. And so we thought it'd be great to have Adam on today to talk about what he envisions for Global Strong and for 2021, and kind of what his idea was and why Global Strong exists today, and kind of how that was founded, and what motivates us to keep going. So thank you, Adam, for being with us today, right in the hot spot.
Yes. Well, definitely thanks for doing this. I mean, obviously I'm part of this channel as well, and we've been growing this channel for a while, and I do really have a dedication to growing and helping light workers, specifically. I know that I am one, and so the company that I started, Global Strong, was really for that reason. It was my thought process behind the name even came to me one day when I was working out. I was out for a run, and I was just thinking about, if you want to call it a pandemic, or whatever you want to call it, when that was going on. It was like in May. It was kind of at the peak of it all. And I just had a thought in my head was, we really need to stop focusing on the negative. And I know right now the mainstream media is all about this. And, when Boston went through their bombing, and with the Boston Marathon bombing, it was, after they came out of it, everyone was like Boston strong and everyone getting strong. And then Vegas went through their shooting, and it was Vegas strong. So I just came up with this idea. I'm like, well, we kind of need like a global strong right now. Like, we need to strengthen and get strong. We got to stop being weak and allowing people to dictate things to us. And we've got to just start to get this message out there. And so that was kind of how the whole idea of Global Strong came out. I started with some t-shirts and just to sort of get it out there, and and then from there it's been kind of growing and growing and growing, and we are kind of where we are right now.
Well, I love it. And I think with Global Strong, it's all about unifying us together, as human beings, right? I know there's different agendas out there that want to keep us divided and separated, and people, light workers like us, we want to, no, we're all one. Let's all come together and raise our vibration and the earth's consciousness. So wonderful. I love about that. So can you tell us a little bit about what it is to be in an well, we used to call them masterminds, but we felt like that was kind of too harsh at times, or I guess it was just being overused and I guess kind of played out. I think is how we were kind of like, it's kind of just everybody uses it and everybody's calling everything a mastermind, a mastermind, a mastermind. We wanted to be a little bit different. So one of the things is, tell us a little bit about the advisory roundtables and why do they exist, and what are they doing for everybody in our community?
Yeah, so the Global Strong vision that we came up with was, we wanted to provide the solo and entrepreneurs advisory roundtables to accelerate their individual business plans or goals. So what we essentially do inside of those is we go through a process that's very familiar called PDCA. But what we really, and PDCA stands for Plan, Do, Check, Adjust. And what we really, what they're really designed for is like, they're kind of like you know how big companies have what's it called? I can't think of the name right now.
Board of directors.
Yeah, board of directors. Yeah, that's it. So big companies have board of directors. And for anyone who knows what board of directors do, is they just sit on the outside of the company and they kind of guide it and direct it, and always sort of keep the CEO in line, away from the shiny object syndrome. And so we decided that, we felt that there was a big gap for the solo and entrepreneurs, a small and medium business that didn't have their own board of directors, and that they could really use this. And for $100 a month, I mean, you really get access to have other people looking at your business, and having you get very, very clear with your business, so that so you're not getting that shiny object syndrome. You're able to move forward in your business, and you're able to get the results that you're looking for in your business. And so, and the accountability. So like, I know for me, I've been through some multi-level marketing businesses, and most of them have failed. I'm just going to be honest. And the reason that they're failing is for a couple reasons. Is one, I'm by myself. I might have a team and I might have an upline, but that upline's in it for them. And yes, they want to see you successful, but if they're not successful, what's the likelihood of you being successful? Unless you're incredibly motivated and incredibly talented, and you don't need your upline for anything, and you just kind of dive into it and you take it and run with it, the chances of you making it in that business drastically decrease, unless your upline is already making some money with it. And I don't mean like, $100 or $200. I mean, like, if they're making thousands of dollars and they figured it out, and it's a duplicatable process, and you just have to follow the process that's there, then yes, absolutely. Then you'll be successful. So we recognize that there is a big gap there. And that's kind of the gap that we fill, to kind of, bridge that where they are, and to get them to where they want to go.
Perfect. That's awesome. So that goes into our mission statement, because you talked about our vision, and our mission statement is we connect solo entrepreneurs with advisory roundtables to become more focused, productive, and successful. So that's our goal, right?
Mm-hmm.
And of course, we have our new tagline is awesome, and it's advisory roundtables inspire. So I really like that, because it's very inviting. I don't know where I would be without my meeting that I have once a week. I'm, been a facilitator for a long time now, and it's just a part of life. It really is just, it's a part of life. It's a way of life. And I couldn't imagine my life without those people supporting me in my long-term dreams, as well as my short-term goals. So, and it's very exciting when, like yesterday, I had my meetings on Sunday, because it's the start of the new week, and we always like to go around on the very last day of the week and tell everybody what strengths we see in each other, because sometimes when we're just going from day to day, we kind of forget those things, and sometimes we are our harshest critic, and so sometimes it's hard to give yourself that little pep talk, or say, oh, you did really great this month, or really great this week, way to go, right? We can do that for others, but it's so hard to do it for ourselves. So it's so important to have that the harmony within our groups, and they can always see things in you that you sometimes can't see for yourself. So I don't know, I feel like when they're talking to me and telling me all these great things, I get a little, like, I feel like I'm in the hot seat. It's kind of like, whoa, you see all those wonderful things. It just builds your self-confidence and makes you want to go even harder the next month. So it's really great in that terms. So let's see. What are you envisioning for Global Strong for this year? How would you like to see Global Strong grow as a community?
So if you're talking the amount of people that are in there, I would really like to see, by the summertime, us around the 150 to 200 people range that are in these roundtables. I've been doing this for a while, and I know how valuable it is, and I know that you said that it was, but you don't realize how valuable it is until you've actually started going in and out of them, and you show up week after week, and you're with other like-minded people that are driven, that want success, want some of the Kool-Aid that you're drinking to really keep you driven and focused and just really moving forward. So that's where I'd like to see the growth. I mean, really, when I'm thinking in the next 3 to 5 years for Global Strong, I'd really have a vision of 25,000 to 100,000 people strong in our organization. The way that this organization is set up to pay out maximum that we possibly can for facilitators and affiliates. So if you want to become an affiliate and just refer people into the program, you definitely can. And we're set up to scale the business. So from day one, it was never just like a small organization. We wanted to do something very low dollar, something that people could get involved with. We're not looking for, the super rich CEOs. That's not our type of person. We're really looking for the solo/entrepreneur, the person who's got that small business, who just needs a group or a tribe to be able to bounce ideas off of. So that's kind of, the overview of what we're really looking for.
Adam, you said something very profound in the very beginning of your answer, and it just reminded me, it sparked something in me that with these roundtables that we have, and we have been doing this for several years now, it can be in a roundtable, mastermind, whatever you want to call them. If you're not with those right people, it can actually make or break, right? It can make or break you or your business. And so you really need to get with people that you're in alignment with. And that's why we started the Lightworkers Secret to Success, because we're all in alignment with each other. And so I just want to remind people of that too. The one thing previous to this, we were all kind of stuck in these different masterminds, and we didn't really have a lot of wiggle room. So I think one of the great things about Global Strong is that if people are joining us and the roundtable that they may not be able, or that they may be in at that moment, if it's not working for them, they have the flexibility to move to another roundtable and get help there. So I really like the flexibility that we offer people, because people change, and you may come in as an entry level, and that's great. But then maybe sometimes you want to jump it up and get into an advanced roundtable, and maybe and depending on what you're needing at that moment, your life changes. So those can change around a little bit. So I really appreciate that. Let's see, Pamela, do you have any questions for Adam?
So what would be like let's say someone's never heard of us, and what would be some, other than the roundtables, what would be another advantage that they could get from joining?
Well, I think that one of the biggest gaps with solo and entrepreneurship, right off the bat, is self-confidence. And if you stop and think about that just for a moment, if you were confident in your business, especially your MLM, are you going to be able to attract more people and make more sales when you're confident? Mm-hmm. So the biggest gap that I think exists for most people, and any kind of online business, is the lack of self-confidence. They are really going out blindly, and they're being told things from their upline that they may or may not agree with. Mm-hmm. And even if they agree with it, they don't fully know how the whole thing works. And a lot of times you hear, well, you're gonna earn while you learn.
Mm.
And that is so difficult because I don't know about you, but I've never been wired that way. When I start a job, I've been, shown the ropes. I've got someone to handhold me, walk me through the job, show me what I have to do. And then I start to get good at it. And when I get good at it, I can get great at it. When I get great at it, I can really move fast. And so when you're in like a multi-level marketing company or an online business of some kind, what's the biggest thing that is there that we don't have is that we don't have that self-confidence. So the only way to really gauge it is by looking at how much money is going out and how much money is coming back in. And the difficult part is people don't run online businesses like a business. They have no idea when you ask them that. So one of our biggest products to help fill that gap is what we call financial fitness. Now, this program is not designed by us. This is not something that, we've just magically created and said we cross our fingers and hope this works. No, we're partnered up with another company that is called the Life Leadership app. And the Life Leadership app, the guys who developed financial fitness, they are some of the most influential leaders in the world. Oren, who owns the company, is, I think, 12th or 13th most influential leader in the world, according to, I can't even remember the name of the magazine anymore. And then Chris Brady is the other one, who is like 42nd or 43rd ranked in the world. So you just stop and think about that for a moment. You have some of the most influential leaders in the world giving you this information that is very, very basic to use. But I've never been taught it. I've never known any of this stuff. I've had a hard time trying to understand how to run a business. And yet there are so many other people out there that, see the opportunity of having a side hustle, but yet they're not running it like an actual business. So we give them that one tool to give them the financial literacy that they lack to run their business more effectively. And I really believe that when you figure out your money situation, your self-confidence fires through the roof. And so if you just know how much money you're losing every month, you can make adjustments. But I know there are people right now that are in side hustle businesses that are losing money. And I ask them that question and they have no idea on how much money they're losing every month. I ask coaches even that question and they have no idea. But just think about it. If you know how much money you're losing and you make an adjustment and you go up to just breaking even, how do you think your self-confidence is going to be at that point? Do you think it's going to stay the same? Do you think it's going to rise dramatically? But think about this. If you all of a sudden start making money and you know how much money you're making every month from the amount of money going out to the amount of money coming in, now what do you think your self-confidence does? How much easier is it for you to talk to someone about your business to get more sales? It dramatically goes up. And now you can really do well in that business. Like, I know some people that have done really well in CBD companies. And the reason that they did so well is because they had a good story to tell. Their story was, I had this problem. I took CBD oil and look at how awesome I feel, right? Of course you're going to buy that. But what if you don't have that problem, but you see the opportunity in the business? It's hard for you to duplicate that model moving forward, right? So these people are talking, look how much money I made. Oh my God, I made so much money because I have a story. Because my daughter had such and such and I gave her this product and look at how awesome this is. Oh my God, I got to buy this product. It's the best thing ever, right? So their self-confidence went through the roof. Everyone else coming on board, guess what happened? They probably didn't duplicate the same. So that one person had to duplicate over and over and over and say, look I've made $30,000 in a month. Look at how awesome I am. But I can't do that because it's not duplicatable, right? And so that's what I find with most companies. If you're just able to figure out the money, then the rest of it flows. The rest of it's there.
Okay. So you talked a little bit about financial fitness, and I know we're going to be having a financial fitness class coming up by a couple of our members, or founding members are going to be teaching that class. What's the benefit? What will they learn? What can they take away from um, taking that? Like if someone's watching this, what can we tell them about it to where they can sign up for that class?
So the class, in my eyes, is way underpriced for the information that you get. But again, we're not looking to gouge. We're looking to really help business owners really be profitable and to be confident moving forward in their business. So we charge $350 for an 8-week program. We break it up into 2 sections. The first month is $220, and then your second month is $130. And in there, you're going to learn the offense, the defense, and the playing field of the financial arena that's in there. Both of the courses, the one is taught by Cheryl. She did take her CPA. She hasn't been an accountant for a very long time, but she loves numbers, and she loves working with spreadsheets and all that sort of stuff. And then the other one is actually an accounting professional that does that for a living. And so it just felt very natural for those two to sort of step up to the plate and teach that. So you're going to be, these people aren't just like some people reading some instructions and some manuals. They actually know the business inside and out. So that would be really your benefit. That would be the thing that, in my mind, will make or break your business. I think there's 3 things that business owners really need, especially solo entrepreneurs. One of them is the financial area, to understand the finances and to treat it like an actual business. Money in, money out. What's your bottom line? How much are you spending on marketing, advertising, all that sort of stuff? So if you're really running it like a business and you really understand those numbers. And then the second, the other 2 parts that I think go along with it is, what's the vision of your online company? If you're in a multi-level marketing business, because it's your business at that point. You own that business. Yes, you're selling other people's products, services, or ideas, whatever it is, but what's your vision? How do you see you carrying this out? I mean, unless you've got a really good story that, this product worked awesome for you, how else are you going to sell it if you don't have that? Like, what's your angle on how you're talking to people? Right. So that comes to vision. And then the last part is the accountability. So what happens with most business owners like this is that there's no one there to hold them accountable. There's not a boss there saying, okay, punch in, punch out. Okay, you're on lunch at this time. I need you to do this, this, and this today. There's no one there motivating you. So how are you holding yourself accountable? And I find most business owners just don't do it. So that's why we have advisory roundtables, to hold you accountable week after week, to create that vision, help you create a daily method of operation for your business, and keep you focused and keep you moving forward.
Awesome. I love it. I'm a big fan, and I really cannot wait to take the financial fitness class. I'm so excited. And as soon as it's ready for signups, I'm going to be first in line to sign up for that class. Because there's a lot of power that happens when you get together with like-minded people, and you can take a class by yourself. It could be self-taught, but when you're in a live class, something magical happens when you're with people, and you just absorb more of that information. And I don't know, I learned so much better that way. So I cannot wait to take that class. And as you know, I have several different businesses, so I'm kind of looking at it like, oh gosh, like I need to take that class, because I don't always know the ins and outs of what I have. So, I mean, and I'm going to have a spreadsheet for like every single thing that I'm doing, so I have a better idea of where my money's going and what's coming back in. So I love that. So I hope anyone who's watching this will sign up for that, because I'll be in the class, and I'm sure, I don't know if you guys are taking the class or not, but have you guys already taken the class?
I've taken it once already. It was definitely worthwhile. I am going to take it again. And I just really want to make sure that, everything runs smoothly with it. The other thing, I was listening to, those of you that know me know that I love listening to Rascal Radio. I was listening to Oren talk about entrepreneurship. One of the things that he said that really was profound is that, some people say, oh, you're only about the money, right? And so you get some of these people on Wall Street or in real estate, realtors that, are just money driven, hungry people. And yeah, you can definitely look at it that way and you can view it that way. But really what money does, especially when you're making a lot of it, if it's a free and open market. So just not always, but if it's a free and open market and you're making lots of money, what that really is saying on how tuned in you are to your customers to provide very, very high service and value. That's what it means. It's not a dirty or bad thing to make a lot of money, especially when he was talking, and what he was really talking about was back in the day when cars were just being introduced. He was making the example of Henry Ford, and I don't know if this is a true story, but Oren told it so well, and I'd really have to look into it. I trust that what Oren's saying is the truth, but Henry Ford was a mechanic, and he saw an opportunity of making a car. So he made his first car in his shed, and then realized his shed was too small, so he had to break the shed to get the car out. But what he really had in mind was he built a car, and it was too expensive, and only super rich people could afford to buy the car. What his vision was, how do I build a car cheap enough to have the middle class actually be able to buy my car? And so that's when he designed the line to mass produce them, to make them cheaper. And every year for about, I don't even know how long it was, and I'm not even going to misquote it, for so many years, every year the car got cheaper and cheaper and cheaper so he could get more cars out there. And then people willingly said, I'm giving you my money so I can have one of these things. That's really what it means. And so when you understand the power of money and using it in that way, that tells you on how good your product or service is towards that person and what they really need and if they really want that or not.
Thank you, Adam. Well, I think it's wonderful. I'm a top fan of all of our roundtables, and I wouldn't want to be anywhere else but here on Monday nights with you guys. I know we all love each other very much and want to see the best. And as light workers, we want to, raise the vibration and the collective's vibration. So it's really important because we are light workers, but we are trying to have our little side hustle and doing things. And, sometimes we're doing our healing modalities and things like that. So it's a good place to be able to come to and help each other out and come up with a plan for our own businesses. So I really appreciate that. So any last words, Adam, before we jump off of here? You gave us so much good information. I mean, I know there's so much more to Global Strong than just like those things. But I mean, it's so valuable. And go ahead, Pamela.
So, Adam, if someone wanted to sign up to join the financial fitness, how would they find that information?
Yeah, we'll post a link. We're almost ready to drop that link. We've got a few small things left to fill out. Classes are starting next week, so definitely we'll post a link in underneath the video if you want, or just comment and we'll get you the information. Just leave your email address and we'll send you everything that you need to get signed up with it. The other thing I was going to mention too is we do have a free community for you to join into. So if you don't have the $100 a month, which we understand, join into the free community. And we do have like a community board and postings that you can do. We ask, not to advertise and pitch your business because we'll just delete it out of there. But if you're really looking to connect with people and make authentic connections, then join our free community. Every Tuesday at 3 p.m. Eastern, I also hold a free advisory roundtable for me to review your business. And if we have, multiple people, I'll randomly pick people and we'll go through your business. And, if you need a resource or a networking tool or something, I'll give you all that. I'll help you get that all set up.
Perfect.
Cool. Well, that's all I have. Thanks, Amanda, for taking the time. And I know that we, you and I have spent a lot of time together in the last little bit. So, and I appreciate coming on here. And, a lot of the people that are in Global Strong are the light worker type, are the ones that, I don't want to say all light workers are struggling, but a lot of them are, because I think we're coming right into our power now. We're starting to step into our gifts. We're starting to be, more bold and confident, almost with our chest puffed out a little bit and saying, okay, I'm ready for the world now. Things are changing. The world is shifting from the 3D world into the 5D world. There is so much stuff happening so fast right now. And for the light workers that are in tune and ready to go, this might be a good fit for you. And if not, then that's totally cool too. I mean, we just want to see people be successful. And I don't know about you, but I don't like working a 9-to-5 job. It just doesn't excite me. I mean, I came from the retail environment before, and as much as I loved it and thrived at it and was really good at it, it was time for me to move on. And I'm glad that I found this and that we're making this work and we're moving forward with things.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds great. Thank you, Adam, once again. And thank you, Pamela, too, for being a part of this. I think Colette was driving and I think she ran into a bad patch of service. So thank you guys all for joining us today. And you can reach out to any one of us and get more information about Global Strong. We are all facilitators in roundtables. And if you want to be on one of our roundtable meetings, you are more than welcome to reach out to us and ask if we have some availability. So thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. We'll put all the links that you guys need to sign up for the financial fitness and also for Global Strong if you want to partake into our free community, or if you wanted to get started and have some support, we're here for you. Thank you guys so much and have a great day.
And if you haven't liked and subscribed, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification button so when we go live, you get notified.